So again, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're building, no matter what you're selling, no matter what you're promoting, I want to show you how each and every single one of these has been applicable to me in my life. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 through 3 says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." When things were not going right in my life, one thing I could always do was look at the vision, look at the every single Saturday. You guys know that we're here with ambassadors of the kingdom. Marissa says she's feeling powerful. I absolutely love that. What else do we have? We have feeling excited. We have feeling alive. I like that. Jared said, I'm feeling alive. I feel alive, guys. I feel full of vitality and health. And I'm just excited, man, because the message here every single Saturday really doesn't change. It's the same thing. The message is to show people that if you practice God's principles, you can participate in his promises. Okay, again, I'm going to say that slowly for those of you guys that did not know. This doesn't pertain to any particular company. It doesn't pertain to any particular product. It doesn't pertain to any particular service. The goal is to show you that in life, in business, and whatever it is that you do, if you do practice God's principles, you can participate in his promises. So I hope you're excited about that message, because that's what I have for you today. That's what I'm going to get into today. That's what I'm going to discuss. I got word for you. Okay, so I'm going to get into that. But the first thing I want to say is, if you didn't know, we do have a Discord server for those of you guys who do want to get the Zoom link. I know some people watch on Instagram, Facebook. Some people see the replay on YouTube. If you are seeing this on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Drop a comment if this is giving you any value by the time you get to the end of it. But every single Saturday, guys, we come here with this message. There is no agenda. There is no extra added, pitch or anything of that nature. The purpose is, again, to help you, right? It's to help you grow. And I want you guys to understand something. No matter what we discuss, whether it is leadership, something we talk about, whether it's business, something we talk about, whether it's sales, no matter whether it's mindset, mentality, development, all of it is what you're going to need if you want to develop something massive, if you want to build a really, really big life, if you want to impact a lot of people, which is really, again, I believe that, if you call yourself a child of the Most High God, you should live like one. Does anybody believe that? Type of AOTK in the chat. I believe there's work for us to do here on this earth. I think that, there's assignments and purposes that we all have. I don't know about you. I believe that I was put here for a reason. I believe that, I came to accomplish some things and conquer some things and be a light to some people. I don't know if anyone else thinks like that, but that's really who this call is for, is those people who do believe that and who do think that. So I'm really just going to show you guys today, it's going to be effective, not eternal, maybe 25 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm going to just show you guys some of the scriptures, some of the word that I love, that keeps me going, that keeps me fired up, that's got me through some of my toughest seasons. Is that okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys some things. I actually have them framed, and I just want to read some of them to you. I guess I should start with one of my favorites. I'll let you guys see it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? Type of 777. I'm going to read it to you anyways. Okay, but I want to show you guys how this is applicable to your life. So again, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're building, no matter what you're selling, no matter what you're promoting, I want to show you how each and every single one of these has been applicable to me in my life and how it's really, really helped me. So Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 through 3 says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." Somebody says, what the heck did you just say? Guys, the thing that I love about that is this. Whatever the vision is for your life, and I hope you have a vision, Okay, especially if you've been tuned in with us. I hope you have something that you're envisioning for your 2023, something that you want to accomplish, something that you want to achieve. It says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. First things first, whatever your vision is it clear? Is it written down? Can you see it frequently? That's number one. Okay, that's number one. Can you see it? Is it written down? Why? Because when you write it down, ladies and gentlemen, it gives you the clarity to run. It gives you the conviction and the confidence to run with the vision. When things were not going right in my life, one thing I could always do was look at the vision, look at the plan. And people will ask me questions, say, man, how do you stay so locked into that thing? Or, man, you know, it's something that people wonder is how do you remain focused where I can see where I'm going? You know, a lot of people, they lose motivation. That's another question that I get a lot of the time. Man, how do you stay motivated? Can you see your vision? Can you see where you're going? Most people maximize and magnify their past. Well, newsflash, you're not going that way. Okay, you're going forward. There's a reason why the windshield on a car is much bigger than the rear view mirror, because you should be focused on where you're going, not where you've been. So it says, write the vision and make it plain. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Guys, one thing I love about that, it says right here, it cannot lie. At the end, it will speak at the appointed time. And I want you guys to really, really grasp this, because the confidence that I have is this. The confidence that I have is written. It was written thousands of years ago, and I love it because it gets me fired up, because, again, it just tells you that no matter where you are right now in life, no matter how things are going, the vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end, it shall speak. It has to speak and not lie. Though it tarry, it's like a fancy word for wait. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Guys, a lot of people, they stop. They quit for lack. I mean, that's exactly what they're doing. They quit. They quit on their dreams. They stop. They give up. And the thing I love about this is, see, it let me know, don't ever quit, because if you keep on going, eventually the vision has to speak. Eventually the vision has to speak. So let me ask you a question. If you knew that the vision had to speak at the end, if you knew that eventually it was going to have to work, if you knew eventually it was going to come to pass, how would you show up every day? How would you work every day? How would your interactions be different? See, I'm talking to people with this in mind. I'm talking to people thinking about the fact that the vision has to come to pass. What they're saying to me has no effect on the end result, on the outcome. I've already began with the end in mind. Does this make sense? Type of AOTK in the chat. Okay? Type of AOTK in the chat. What else should I give y'all, man? What else should I give y'all, man? Okay? Another one. I love this one. It's Mark 11:24 through 25. You guys can see it here. Okay. Y'all can see it here. Right? Mark 11:24 through 25 says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins. Guys, the thing I love about that is this. It says, whatever you ask for in prayer. Whatever you ask for in prayer. You know something? Let me talk about the second part as well. Has anybody had any experience not being able to forgive someone? Yes? Who's going to tell the truth in the chat? Just type yes. Has anybody had something that was done to them, something they just had a real tough time forgiving? They had a tough time letting it go. They had a tough time exonerating, yourself of that hurt, of that pain that person gave you. Guys, let me tell you something. The word forgive, if you look at it, the way it's spelled is for I give. right? That's what it looks like. For I give. So forgive, for I give. Can I tell you that forgiveness is the gift you give yourself? Okay, somebody says, what does this have to do with business? What does this have to do with me growing my life? Listen, when you don't forgive, you harbor all of it's like forgiveness and not forgiving somebody else is like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die from it. Again, not forgiving someone else is like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die from it. Okay. So, yes, I am telling you, whether you have a business goal, whether you have a life goal, forgive the people you haven't forgiven. I could spend an hour on this topic, but I'm just going to make it short and sweet. Forgive the people that you haven't forgiven. Okay. It sets you free. Forgiveness is what allows you to move forward. It allows you to get the hate out of your heart that's weighing you down and holding you back. Okay. It says, therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask in prayer, believe that you have received it. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about that whatever you're desiring in your life, the reason why you don't have it yet is maybe because you don't believe that you've already received it? You see, that's why I love the statement, I am so happy and grateful now. Why? Because it is with the assumption that it's already done. Some of us are saying, some of us are saying, I will get this. I will be that. But I would encourage you to start saying, I am so happy and grateful now that I am, right? Because what does it do? It puts you in a mind frame, ladies and gentlemen, that it's already done. Now, when you show up and you talk to people, now when you show up and you speak from stage, now when you show up and you do the webinar, you do the three-way call, and you do the coffee meeting, it's a little bit different. Why? Because you believe that you already received it. And it says, when you believe that you already received it, it will be yours. Okay. Absolutely love that, ladies and gentlemen. And it says again, when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them so that your Father in heaven will forgive you your sins. Ladies and gentlemen, is this making sense so far? I'm going to continue to go. Okay. Another one, ladies and gentlemen, that I really, really like, okay, is Proverbs 10:4. And let me tell you why I love Proverbs 10:4. You guys can see it here. Okay, these are things that I have held on to. These are things that I love to see because I read these and I get fired up. It says lazy, it's the answer. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. The truth, who knew? The truth was here all along. Okay, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Now, the reason why I love that, ladies and gentlemen, is because again, if you understand, Bible just stands for basic instructions before leaving earth. So it tells you, ladies and gentlemen, that hard work, I highly recommend to you, make that something that you're proud of is your work ethic. Make that something you're proud of is your work ethic. Hey, you should be proud. Yeah, I'm a hard worker. You should be proud. Yeah, I get to work. I put in work. People should know you. She gets to work. He is a worker. Why? Because lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Take pride in the way that you show up, the effort that you put forth, the energy that you apply each and every single day. Take pride in it, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because it brings wealth. Proverbs 10:4. What else I want to give y'all? What else I want to give? Oh, wait a minute. I got to give y'all the Matthew 9:29. And you guys can see it. Hassan's in the building. Let's go. Cody's in the building. Andre's in the building. What up? Okay, Matthew 9:29 says, then he touched their eyes and said, according to your faith, let it be done unto you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, layman's terms. As you believe it is, as you will receive it. Somebody, guys, I really had to work on this. And now what seems so simple, I look back and it was so difficult for me. Building my faith. But see, ladies and gentlemen, when you see things like this all the time, it's crazy. I was reflecting the other day. I was just reflecting the other day about so many things that I've created graphics like this for. I put on my wall, from where I live to the car that I drive to lifestyle, the impact. I think about it, and so many things were dreams before they were a reality. But again, it says, then he touched their eyes and said, according to your faith, let it be done unto you. Guys, I wanted to believe it first. I didn't want to. I knew I had to believe it first. You don't just slip, trip, fall. Wait a minute, it's done. No, it doesn't work like that. You're only receiving according to your faith. So in other words, if you don't believe yet, maybe that's why you haven't received yet. Makes sense? Type of AOTK in the chat box. If that's the case, ladies and gentlemen, shouldn't you be putting time, energy, and effort into believing? Wouldn't you think? Shouldn't you be putting time, energy, effort into building your faith in whatever it is that you're asking for? You can't want it, but then you really don't believe that you deserve it, because then it's not coming to you. Okay, that's Matthew 9:29. Okay, another one that I love, ladies and gentlemen, Psalms 37:4. And it says, delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Psalms 37:4. The reason why I love that, guys, is see, I've worked with so many different coaches. Let me break this down to you. I don't work with so many different coaches, so many different mentors, so many different companies, so many different products and services. And I got to a point in my life, I said, things kept changing. I said, man, I'm tired of stuff changing. Stuff's always changing, which, by the way, change is the only constant thing in life. Okay. But things kept changing. And, as I was growing, I noticed that I was changing, and I noticed what I was after was changing, and my goals kept changing. And so I said, what is the thing that does not change? And I realized it was God. And I said, it makes sense. If I align my plans with God, well, I cannot fail. If I align myself with the Creator, then maybe I can attract and build what it is that he has created for me. It says, delight thyself also in the Lord, in the Lord, right? Not the world. It says, he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. I absolutely love that. Again, it's something that I like to keep in front of me. And I hope you guys, again, save these, take these, use these. I mean, this is something, again, this is the stuff that I look at and I continuously see that gives me the energy, the strength, the courage to move forward, not because I said it. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter what I see on an Instagram ad or what I see on YouTube. Yes, those things matter, but what matters and holds more weight than anything else is what this book says. First Galatians 6:9. I love this one, guys. I remember being, oh my gosh, at my lowest, looking at this. It says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Guys, sometimes when things aren't working out, and let me ask you guys, have you actually ever pursued a goal and you were so excited about it in the beginning, right? We call that the honeymoon phase. Everything is so rosy, everything is so peachy. It's, oh my gosh, it's just, things are lovely, things are amazing. You ever seen somebody start a business in their first month? Right? You ever seen somebody join something or become a part of something, or join a community? The first month, whatever, they're just fired up. Okay. But then comes the second month and the third month, and then there's 6 months. Oh snap, it's been a year. And things aren't going the way that you had anticipated. Things aren't going the way that you expected. Right? All of a sudden, life is hitting you from so many different angles. Guys, I remember, even in my business and in my career, I can recall times being, again, broke, overdrawn on my bank account. I'm trying to build a business, credit card maxed out. I'm trying to build my business. Oh my goodness, my car breaks down in the middle of the road. There's no car to drive. How am I going to get to appointments, man? I'm supposed to get and do this video shoot, and I'm talking to these people, but my car, sleeping outside of conferences in the parking garage. Can you imagine building a business, teaching people how to create income? And I couldn't even afford a hotel. I was sleeping in the parking garage. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, all of these things, anybody ever experienced life so much at one time, it felt like, man, every time it rains, it pours. It's just so much on me. It's just so much that I'm enduring. I would look at this, and it says very clearly, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That's all I could hear. That's all I could see is if I keep going, I'm going to reap the harvest. If I keep going, I'm going to reap the harvest. And anybody get excited about that? Does anybody actually get excited about that? Type of ALTK in the chat. I love that, ladies and gentlemen, because it just reassured me. It just let me know, all right, bet. Let me keep going. You know what? Bet. Let me just see, because I don't believe that God puts any more on us than what we can bear. He gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And if he gave you a vision, I believe he'll give you the provision to see it through. Type of ALTK in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see, what else should I give y'all, man? Here's another one, guys. I'll give it to you because it's something that has actually helped me a lot. How many guys ever felt like, because I'm getting into the word, right? So a lot of us, let's just be real, none of us are perfect. Have you ever felt like, man, I'm not perfect, so I can't necessarily be somebody, I can't be an ambassador of the kingdom. I can't go out there and, I can't talk about God. I can't, anybody ever just felt like that before? Like, man, I'm not the right person to be given that message. Guys, something that, has absolutely helped me, because a lot of us will live in shame, will live in guilt, will feel like, man, I'm not good enough to speak from stage. I'm just not the right person. I'm not the right candidate. Let me read this to you. Elijah was suicidal. Joseph was abused. Job was bankrupt. Gideon was afraid. Samson was a womanizer. Paul was a mass murderer. Moses had a speech problem. Rahab was a prostitute. David was a murderer. Jonah was a coward. Noah was a drunk. Peter was a liar. God still used them to do amazing things for his glory. Still think you're too messed up for him to use you. God specializes in using broken people to do powerful things. Are you flawed? Good. God can use you. Guys, I love that so much because it gave me the courage to go forward. It gave me the strength to live out my life and live it with purpose, that I still could, that God still could use me. You know what I mean? This was important to me, right? Why? Because none of us are perfect. But the good news is you don't have to be perfect. Let me move forward, ladies and gentlemen, and give y'all, let me see, how many more will I give y'all? Okay, how many more will I give y'all? Okay, another one, Mark 9:23. Guys can see it. It says, Jesus said unto him, if thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. Again, so many scriptures on belief, 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 belief. It's all about believing. Can you believe it? Okay, I highly recommend, one of the biggest things you should be working on, guys, is your belief. Can you believe? Can you actually conceptualize and live out every single day knowing that what you want is actually coming to you? And then, guys, the last one I'm going to share with you is Proverbs 16:3, and it says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. That was important to me. That was something I said, you know what? I don't want to be aligned with this dude on this guru. I don't want to be aligned with this mentoring coach. Some of us, guys, let me tell you what we do. We turn mentors into masters. Never, ever do that. Your mentor is not your master, right? Your mentor is someone to help and guide you, but the one person that you should always be committed to is God. Because when you do that, you can never fail. Some people get into idolizing mentors and say, oh, they just worship this person. That's not how you want. Guys, that'll have you so messed up because now you're doing things that you would never normally do that might be out of your character, out of line with your morals and ethics. Okay. And you fall into manipulation and so many other different things that begin to take place This says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Guys, that was just a few scriptures that I absolutely love. Drop an AOTK if you got some value. Hopefully you guys can take that and apply it to your life, however it best serves you. Again, my goal would be that each of you believe that you are good enough, that God could use you. You are good enough that you could go out there and live a purposeful life and an impactful life. We're over 2 weeks into the new year, into January. And I want to let you know that there's still so much time for you to change, so much time for you to grow, so much time for you to go out there and attack your goals and get the job done, whatever that looks like for you. You could have messed up the past 2 weeks, but you still got 2 weeks to go out there and kill it and crush it. Go accomplish your goals, go help some people, become the best version of yourself, get everything that you've been waiting for, everything that you've been patiently working for. Okay. And I'm excited because I believe that it's already done. If you believe it's already done, one more time, drop an AOTK in the chat, like, comment, share if it's on YouTube. Tell somebody else about us, help us grow. And you guys know, like I tell you each and every single Saturday, that I love each and every single one of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. See you next Saturday.